Ever wondered why Japanese gardens feel so incredibly peaceful? Why a simple arrangement of stones, gravel, and carefully shaped trees can quiet the mind more deeply than the most luxurious landscapes? It's not just about pretty plants or elegant composition. What if I told you that every stone, every empty space, and every restrained design choice is guided by a profound philosophy rooted in Zen thought? A philosophy that transforms gardens into living reflections of inner tranquility, intention, and awareness far more deliberate than you may have ever imagined. Welcome to a space where silence speaks louder than ornament. As we begin exploring Zen versus Japanese gardens, imagine standing at the edge of a tranquil landscape where nothing feels accidental. Every element invites you to slow down, breathe deeper, and observe more carefully. Japanese garden aesthetics are not designed to impress instantly, but to reveal themselves gradually. In this comparison of Zen and Japanese gardens, we step into a shared design language shaped by centuries of philosophy, culture, and mindful restraint. This journey begins not with abundance, but with intention, guiding us toward harmony in Japanese garden design through simplicity and quiet awareness. At the heart of Zen and Japanese garden symbiosis lies a shared visual grammar. Traditional Japanese landscape design values asymmetry, imperfection, and subtle balance over rigid symmetry. Zen garden philosophy sharpens these ideas by stripping away excess, leaving only what is essential. As you study differences between Zen and Japanese gardens, you notice how both rely on suggestion rather than explanation. Paths curve gently, stones are placed off-center, and views unfold slowly. This deliberate ambiguity encourages reflection, allowing the garden to become a mirror for thought rather than a display for decoration. Unlike Western gardens that often seek balance through symmetry, Japanese garden balance and harmony emerge from asymmetry. Zen garden design principles embrace unevenness as a reflection of nature itself. Stones rarely align perfectly, trees lean subtly, and spaces shift unexpectedly. This visual tension creates a dynamic calm, reminding the viewer that life is never static. In serene landscape design ideas, asymmetry prevents boredom and invites curiosity. The mind stays present, gently engaged, and receptive. Through this approach, Zen-inspired outdoor spaces become places where harmony is felt rather than measured. Japanese landscape tradition values nature not as something to dominate, but to collaborate with. Zen garden philosophy deepens this respect by emphasizing acceptance over manipulation. Moss grows where conditions allow, stones weather naturally, and pruned branches still retain organic movement. In Japanese garden cultural meaning, beauty emerges from coexistence rather than control. This naturalness supports mindful garden design philosophy, reminding visitors that peace arises when we stop forcing outcomes. The garden becomes a teacher, quietly demonstrating how harmony grows from understanding limitations instead of resisting them. Simplicity in Zen versus Japanese gardens does not mean emptiness of meaning. Minimalist Zen garden concepts remove distractions so depth can surface. A limited palette of stone, gravel, and evergreen forms creates space for contemplation. Japanese garden symbolism thrives in restraint, where fewer elements carry greater weight. This approach allows each stone to feel monumental and each shadow meaningful. Through tranquil garden aesthetics, simplicity becomes an invitation to look closer, revealing layers of intention hidden beneath apparent calm. The concept of kanso, or austere simplicity, shapes many classical Japanese garden styles. Zen Buddhism influence on gardens elevates austerity into a spiritual practice. Decorative excess is avoided not out of limitation, but respect for clarity. Open gravel fields and unadorned stones express humility and discipline. In harmony in Japanese garden design, austerity sharpens awareness. The absence of embellishment allows visitors to notice subtle changes in light, texture, and sound, cultivating attentiveness through intentional restraint. Empty space is one of the most misunderstood elements in Japanese garden aesthetics. In Zen garden design principles, emptiness is never accidental. Gravel expanses, open courtyards, and pauses between elements create visual breathing room. These spaces encourage imagination and reflection, allowing the mind to wander gently. In the comparison of Zen and Japanese gardens, emptiness acts as a bridge between physical design and mental stillness. What appears empty becomes full of possibility, reinforcing the symbiotic relationship between space and thought. Beyond visual composition, silence plays a crucial role in Zen-inspired outdoor spaces. Japanese garden balance and harmony extend into sound or the lack of it. Flowing water may be subtle, footsteps muted by gravel, and wind softened by foliage. Zen garden philosophy treats quiet as a sensory experience. This absence of noise heightens awareness, allowing visitors to notice their own breath and movement. In serene landscape design ideas, silence becomes an active participant, shaping emotional response through stillness. Stones serve as the structural backbone of both Zen and traditional Japanese landscape design. Carefully selected and placed, they symbolize mountains, islands, or permanence itself. Japanese garden symbolism uses stones to anchor space emotionally and visually. Zen versus Japanese gardens differ in expression, yet both honor stone as timeless. In minimalist Zen garden concepts, stones often stand alone, commanding attention through form rather than decoration. Their quiet presence grounds the viewer, reminding us of endurance amidst change. Raked gravel is one of the most recognizable features of Zen garden design principles. Yet it is far from static. Patterns shift daily, reflecting care, impermanence, and mindfulness. In Japanese garden aesthetics, gravel represents water, movement, and flow without literal depiction. This abstraction strengthens the Zen garden philosophy of suggestion over representation. The act of raking becomes a meditative ritual, reinforcing harmony in Japanese garden design through repetitive, intentional motion. Many Zen gardens intentionally avoid colorful flowers. This absence directs attention toward enduring elements like stone, moss, and wood. Differences between Zen and Japanese gardens become clear here, as strolling gardens often embrace seasonal blooms. Zen garden philosophy emphasizes timelessness over spectacle. By limiting flowers, the garden highlights subtle shifts in light and shadow. This restraint reinforces mindful garden design philosophy, reminding visitors that beauty does not rely on constant change to remain meaningful. Moss plays a subtle yet powerful role in Japanese landscape tradition. It softens stone edges, absorbs sound, and symbolizes age and patience. In Japanese garden cultural meaning, moss represents harmony with time. Zen-inspired outdoor spaces use moss to reinforce stillness rather than decoration. Its slow growth encourages long-term thinking, aligning with tranquil garden aesthetics that reward observation over immediacy. Moss invites viewers to appreciate continuity rather than speed. Tree pruning in Japanese garden balance and harmony is not about perfection, but intention. Each cut considers growth, light, and future form. Zen Buddhism influence on gardens frames pruning as a mindful act, balancing control and acceptance. In Zen versus Japanese gardens, this discipline reflects inner clarity. Branches are shaped to reveal structure, allowing emptiness to coexist with form. The result is a living sculpture shaped by patience rather than force. Garden paths rarely lead straight in traditional Japanese landscape design. Curves encourage slower movement and gradual discovery. Zen garden philosophy uses indirect paths to prevent haste. As you walk, views change subtly, inviting pause and reflection. This design choice reinforces harmony in Japanese garden design by aligning physical movement with mental awareness. Each step becomes intentional, turning walking into a quiet ritual rather than a destination-driven act. Japanese garden aesthetics carefully frame what the viewer sees. Trees, walls, and stones guide sightlines intentionally. Zen-inspired outdoor spaces use these frames to focus attention, eliminating visual clutter. In comparison of Zen and Japanese gardens, framing becomes a shared technique for directing awareness. By limiting what is visible, the garden deepens engagement with each scene, reinforcing serene landscape design ideas that prioritize quality of attention over quantity of elements. Water appears differently across Zen versus Japanese gardens. Zen gardens often suggest water through gravel, while traditional gardens incorporate ponds and streams. Both approaches reflect Japanese garden symbolism, valuing implication over literal display. Zen garden design principles reduce distraction, allowing the mind to imagine movement rather than observe it directly. This abstraction strengthens tranquility, reminding visitors that perception is shaped as much by absence as presence. Japanese garden balance and harmony honor seasonal change subtly. Rather than dramatic transformations, shifts occur quietly through light, texture, and growth. Zen garden philosophy favors continuity, avoiding seasonal extremes. This approach supports mindful garden design philosophy by encouraging awareness without overstimulation. Each visit feels familiar yet slightly different, reinforcing the idea that change is constant but gentle when observed with patience. Japanese garden cultural meaning thrives on ambiguity. Stones, islands, and paths may represent spiritual ideas, yet meanings are never explicitly stated. Zen Buddhism influence on gardens values personal interpretation over instruction. This openness allows each visitor to project their own thoughts onto the space. In tranquil garden aesthetics, symbolism functions as an invitation rather than a message, deepening emotional connection through personal reflection. Zen-inspired outdoor spaces maintain a human scale that encourages humility. Nothing towers excessively or overwhelms the senses. Traditional Japanese landscape design respects proportion, keeping the viewer grounded. This scale fosters intimacy and reflection, reinforcing harmony in Japanese garden design. By avoiding grandeur, the garden emphasizes presence over dominance, reminding visitors that peace emerges when ego recedes. Daily care rituals are central to Zen garden philosophy. Sweeping, raking, and pruning are acts of attention rather than maintenance alone. Japanese garden aesthetics transform routine into meditation. This repetition cultivates patience and respect for process. In comparison of Zen and Japanese gardens, ritual bridges philosophy and practice, turning upkeep into an extension of mindful living rather than a chore. Zen versus Japanese gardens reveal philosophy not through words, but experience. Zen garden design principles translate abstract ideas into tangible form. Visitors feel calm before understanding why. This embodied knowledge aligns with Japanese garden cultural meaning, where learning occurs through observation and presence. The garden becomes a silent teacher, offering lessons through sensation rather than explanation. Stillness is deliberately cultivated in serene landscape design ideas. Visual pauses, quiet corners, and gentle transitions slow emotional rhythm. Zen-inspired outdoor spaces design emotional flow as carefully as physical layout. Japanese garden balance and harmony ensure that no area feels rushed or chaotic. Stillness becomes a shared experience between space and visitor, encouraging inward reflection through environmental calm. Time plays an active role in traditional Japanese landscape design. Materials are chosen to age gracefully, deepening character over decades. Zen garden philosophy embraces impermanence, allowing change without loss of identity. Moss spreads, stones weather, and wood fades naturally. This acceptance reinforces mindful garden design philosophy, teaching that beauty evolves rather than expires. Japanese garden aesthetics assume an active viewer. Meaning emerges through engagement rather than observation alone. Zen garden design principles require presence, rewarding patience with subtle insight. In Zen versus Japanese gardens, the visitor completes the design by bringing awareness. Without attention, the garden remains quiet but unrevealed. With attention, it becomes deeply expressive. Japanese garden cultural meaning is inseparable from history, religion, and social values. Zen Buddhism influence on gardens reflects monastic discipline and contemplation. Traditional Japanese landscape design evolved alongside tea ceremonies and spiritual practice. Understanding these roots deepens appreciation, revealing that design choices are cultural expressions rather than stylistic trends. Tea gardens bridge Zen philosophy and daily life. Paths prepare the mind and simplicity sets the tone. Japanese garden balance and harmony guide movement towards stillness. Zen-inspired outdoor spaces echo this preparation, transforming entry into transition. The garden becomes a threshold between ordinary and mindful experience, reinforcing harmony in Japanese garden design. Restraint does not limit creativity in Zen versus Japanese gardens. Instead, it sharpens it. Minimalist Zen garden concepts challenge designers to express meaning with fewer elements. Japanese garden aesthetics thrive under these constraints, producing depth through precision. This discipline fosters intentionality, demonstrating that creative freedom emerges from thoughtful limitation rather than excess. Light and shadow, rough and smooth, open and enclosed coexist peacefully in Japanese landscape tradition. Zen garden philosophy embraces contrast as balance rather than opposition. These dualities enrich tranquil garden aesthetics, creating visual rhythm without tension. Harmony arises not from uniformity, but from respectful coexistence of differences. Imperfection is celebrated in Japanese garden symbolism. Weathered stones, uneven paths, and asymmetrical forms reflect life's unpredictability. Zen Buddhism influence on gardens reframes imperfection as authenticity. In comparison of Zen and Japanese gardens, imperfection deepens emotional resonance, allowing spaces to feel alive rather than staged. Zen garden philosophy treats the garden as a reflection of inner state. Calm space encourages calm thought. Japanese garden balance and harmony align external order with internal clarity. This relationship reinforces mindful garden design philosophy, suggesting that environment shapes perception as much as intention shapes environment. Movement through Zen-inspired outdoor spaces is unhurried. Paths guide gently, inviting pauses. Traditional Japanese landscape design resists efficiency in favor of experience. This pacing reinforces serene landscape design ideas, teaching visitors to move with awareness rather than speed. The journey becomes as important as arrival. Light functions as a subtle design element in Japanese garden aesthetics. Shadows shift throughout the day, altering perception without changing structure. Zen garden design principles rely on this impermanence, allowing the same space to feel new at different hours. Light becomes an invisible collaborator in harmony in Japanese garden design. Japanese garden cultural meaning often connects deeply with memory. Quiet spaces imprint emotionally rather than visually. Zen versus Japanese gardens create experiences remembered through feeling, not spectacle. This emotional durability reinforces tranquil garden aesthetics, ensuring the garden lingers in memory long after departure. Absence invites participation. Zen garden philosophy leaves space for imagination. Traditional Japanese landscape design avoids over-definition, allowing viewers to complete the scene mentally. This openness strengthens engagement, turning observation into dialogue. Meaning becomes personal rather than prescribed. Observation is central to mindful garden design philosophy. Zen-inspired outdoor spaces reward stillness and patience. Details emerge slowly, reinforcing awareness. Japanese garden balance and harmony sharpen perception, encouraging visitors to notice subtle shifts rather than dramatic displays. Zen Buddhism influence on gardens frames design as ethical behavior. Respect for materials, land, and process reflects moral values. Traditional Japanese landscape design embodies humility and care. Zen versus Japanese gardens remind us that beauty can be responsible, not extractive. When present, stone lanterns carry symbolic restraint. Japanese garden symbolism uses them sparingly, avoiding dominance. Zen garden design principles favor subtle illumination. Light reveals without overpowering, reinforcing tranquil garden aesthetics through quiet guidance rather than spectacle. Walls and hedges define space without imprisoning it. Japanese garden balance and harmony create intimacy without confinement. Zen-inspired outdoor spaces use enclosure to focus attention inward while remaining open emotionally. This balance supports reflection without withdrawal. Rather than destinations, gardens are lived with daily. Zen garden philosophy integrates design into routine. Japanese garden aesthetics support everyday mindfulness, transforming ordinary moments into intentional experience. The garden becomes a companion, not a display. Trends fade, but Zen versus Japanese gardens endure. Traditional Japanese landscape design resists fashion, prioritizing timeless values. Zen garden design principles remain relevant because they address human perception rather than style. This longevity reflects harmony in Japanese garden design rooted in universal experience. In times of uncertainty, tranquil garden aesthetics provide emotional grounding. Zen-inspired outdoor spaces offer stability through consistency and calm. Japanese garden cultural meaning connects environment with emotional resilience, reinforcing the garden as refuge rather than escape. Though culturally specific, Zen garden philosophy resonates globally. Silence, simplicity, and balance speak universally. Comparison of Zen and Japanese gardens reveals shared human longing for calm. These spaces translate cultural wisdom into accessible experience beyond language. Patience is embedded in Japanese garden balance and harmony. Growth takes time, and understanding deepens slowly. Zen-inspired outdoor spaces teach patience through delayed gratification. Meaning unfolds gradually, rewarding commitment rather than consumption. Minimalist Zen garden concepts reduce sensory overload. Japanese garden aesthetics create clarity by subtraction. This approach aligns with mindful garden design philosophy, encouraging intentional living through environmental calm. The garden models how less can feel richer. Without instruction, the garden educates. Zen Buddhism influence on gardens transforms space into silent guidance. Traditional Japanese landscape design demonstrates values through form. Visitors learn by feeling, not reading, making understanding intuitive rather than intellectual. In modern life, Zen versus Japanese gardens offer counterbalance. Tranquil garden aesthetics provide refuge from overstimulation. These spaces remind us that peace is cultivated, not accidental. Design becomes resistance against chaos through intentional calm. Zen and Japanese garden symbiosis emerges through seamless integration of thought and action. Zen garden philosophy informs design, while design reinforces philosophy. This reciprocity creates coherence where every element supports deeper understanding. Japanese garden cultural meaning extends beyond physical form. Gardens shape inner landscapes as much as outer ones. Zen-inspired outdoor spaces guide emotional and mental states, aligning environment with awareness through harmony in Japanese garden design. The ultimate lesson of Zen versus Japanese gardens is portability. Stillness learned here travels beyond the space. Zen garden design principles cultivate habits of observation, patience, and restraint that extend reinforce daily life. Thank you for walking through this exploration of Zen versus Japanese gardens and their deeply intertwined design philosophies. These landscapes remind us that tranquility is not added through excess, but revealed through intention, restraint, and awareness. If this journey into Zen garden philosophy, Japanese garden aesthetics, and mindful design inspired you, please subscribe for more reflections on serene spaces, timeless traditions, and environments that nurture calm. Thank you.